charges are associated with it. Okay? Then you have something called, excuse me, profit-making credit. Now that's the kind of credit that you got the charge, but you're going to get something back in the future. For example, your education. How many of y'all got a student loan? Now, you ain't got to raise your hand. But if you got a student loan, that student loan is going to pay itself back with your employment and stuff back in the future.
You had a good job.
Yeah. It should open the way for you for good employment. And so that's called a profit-making credit. Oh, okay, but what about if you start a business? You take a loan out to start a business. That's a profit-making credit because you started your business and that business should pay off in the future. May not be paying off today, but in the future it should pay off. Or if you own a business, you got to buy some tools. How about these lawn cutting people? They go out and farmers buy those tractors. Truckers buy those rigs. They get that up front and they're paying on it, but it pays off 4, 5, 6 years down the road. Those are profit-making credit. And then you got the non-profit-making credit. Do I have to talk about that one? That's the one that got us tears in our eyes. We got a credit card with 29%. Yeah, I ain't said that. Because you really wanted a credit card, so you had to sell it for the 29% one, but anyway, that's what that is. Now, insurance. Insurance is what you call a pooled risk. Every time you buy insurance, you buy into a pool. Do y'all know that? And so your car, you in a pool with some other folks. That's what you're in. And so when you have a wreck, they start coming up with you pay extra for no fault. If you pay, but if you don't pay and you have a wreck, yours going up. But otherwise you can get some no fault, but you won't pay extra into the pool. Don't let that old big old heavy voice full joker fool you. What's his name? Allstate. If you get hit, would you like them not to charge you? Everybody has an accident, Yeah, but he ain't telling you that you're going to pay more in the pool. Your old mayhem. But insurance, you pay in the pool. Excuse me, life insurance, you're paying in the pool. You're paying in the pool. Well, I'm on page 66 and I'm running. Life insurance, you pay in the pool. 4 different types of life insurance, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what type of life insurance y'all got, but there are 4 different types, and you really need to think about this. Term life insurance is going to last for a term. And you sign up for that when you sign up for the term, when you sign up for the term, when you sign up for the insurance. A lot of them go in when you're 70. Some of them you just buy for 20 years or something like that. But the fact is, it's term, and it's going to stop at a certain point. And those folks already know that a lot of people in that pool, they ain't gonna pay it. So what they can do is they can offer you $250,000 for $995. I think you ought to buy it because You never know what can happen. At least I'm good till I'm 70. At least I'm good till I'm 70. You know? But they can offer you a whole lot at a low price because a lot of people ain't gonna use it. And so the pool gets big. You see? And so the only thing about it is that 70 is gone. Whatever you sign up for. Now you have whole life. The good thing about whole life is that whole life is an investment pool. You're actually making money on your premiums. And if you get a $20,000 whole life insurance policy, let's just say 20. I know y'all big time. Y'all probably got 50, 75, 100, you know. Y'all ballers, you know. But let's say you got a whole life at 20. Every time you pay, you are actually investing. And let's say after 10 years, your investment now is $4,000. Well, your insurance policy is now worth $24,000 instead of 20. So if something happens, you get $24,000. Not the face value. You get the face value plus what you paid in. Now you could always borrow against that and get cash back on that, but why would you do that? But I mean, unfortunately, some people do. But I wouldn't do it. If I got a whole life policy, you actually got yourself an investment tool. You know, just keep paying and let it invest and let it build. You got a $20,000 policy, and maybe by the end, you know, God give you a long life. You may have $10,000 at the end. You have $30,000 at the end. You know, who knows? But that's a good one. But you're in a pool, and that one gonna pay. So the premiums are higher than term. You got the hybrid, which is a mixture of both. And what happens is what's supposed to be invested actually is paying off the term. And then when you reach the term, it's going to go away. So it's almost like, you know, the only thing is you pay a lower premium. And so people buy into that. I wouldn't do that, but, you know, you do what you do. And then universal life, which to me is the worst one of all, but I don't mean to say anything bad, because in case y'all have universal life. Universal life is a term life policy. It's an investment one that's term. The policy builds up cash and the interest pays the premiums. And so you actually don't pay a lot because your interest is paying the premium. But the thing is, it's going to go away. Okay? So that's life insurance. And then the final thing I want to talk to you about is a will. And then we'll go. Ladies and gentlemen, do a will. You think that it won't be hard when you leave this place? You say, well, you know, my son's gonna get it, my daughter's gonna get it, my brother, my sister. If you do that, you're leaving it up to the state to make choices for you. Just do a will. Do a will. Do a will. Go do a will. Here he says the most important is for your children. The most important reason to do it is for your children. And if you got real young ones, who gonna raise them? Well, a lot of people, and what I like here is he said, go talk to an attorney. Because you assume mama gonna do it. You assume sister gonna do it. You assume, you know, because you got a close family, you know, y'all close. And you assume that. But when that happens, that's not, you know, they weren't looking for that. And even though they may take them, situations are not the best because that wasn't what they had wanted. And it became something in their life that they weren't looking for. And so do a will, and so that way you get a chance to talk about all this stuff. Okay, I hope that you get a chance to read 170 on stewardship, and because I got to stop. Stewardship, according to Grundlin here, he says that you all have got, we all have got to take it more seriously. We've got to look at the tithe, the offering, the things of God, and make those a higher priority in our lives. And when we do that, things will change for us. Question. Thoughts, comments. Status. Yes, sir.
On status.
Yes, sir.
Because, I mean, now, I guess we're not trying to, church of God. I guess front parade what we have, but when we say status, is that from the people on the outside looking in? You said we're not going around boasting that, okay, I got this nice car, this nice house, and this nice job.
Yeah.
But if we've been blessed to, we talk about stewardship, we've been blessed to have this job and to be able to ride around in what we want to ride around in.
Yeah.
You know, is that for the people on the outside looking in to say, okay, well, you up here? You know, put you on that pedestal when we're not doing it ourselves.
Yeah, no, I think what's happening is in the research, they are actually talking to the people. They're not interviewing outsiders.
Okay.
This research is talking to people who have come and they are a party to marital dysfunction. And they're saying, and as they look at it from a sociology standpoint, and they're asking these questions, and they're doing these surveys and using these research tools to find out this data. That's what they are getting, and so the conclusions are being drawn from that. I don't think it's from, you know, they said somebody out there see, oh, he got a big car, he think he's something. I don't think it's that. I think it is people who are sitting in front of them, and they are talking to them about what's going on in their relationships. And in those relationships, they're finding out that stratification has taken place. Okay, so what has happened? Well, this happened, and this happened, and this happened. And as they describe it, they're able to put it in more academic terms. Where those folks are saying, well, he wanted this, and I told him he didn't want that. I told him we wasn't going to get that. You know, and they find out that the fight really wasn't about the stuff. It was about, you know, somebody being in control or like status. And all of us, you know, when we, I think all of us want to, you know, look nice, dress nice, drive decent vehicles and all those kind of things, have great jobs. And those jobs all afford us the ability to live more comfortable lives. They ought to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Right. The question is that affecting the two of you in your house? Is there stratification going on between the two of you in your house? Okay. And if it's not, right, I wouldn't even worry about nobody else.
Yeah, that's why I was
yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great question. I wouldn't even worry about anybody else. But is it possible that there's stratification in a relationship out there? And I know when I talk to couples, there are a lot of different theoretical approaches to counseling. I only know one. I only learned one. And maybe that's to my detriment. Maybe I need to go back to school and learn some more. But I learned one. It's called Family Systems Theory. And that's how I approach, the counseling event when I have a husband and a wife in front of me. And so I use that particular theoretical approach. But I think that's a great question, though. Yeah. We're not trying to impress anybody out there. You being you, be you. And the question is the two of you, are y'all okay? If y'all okay, and there's no stratification there, hey, you're fine. But I think a lot of times is we say, no, it's not. But then somewhere down there it really is. And the goal of this is to just make you think about it. Thank you for asking that. Anyone else? Thoughts. All right. Well, now next time, oh my God, we're going to talk about how to listen and how to fight fair. How to handle conflict in your relationship.